I'm here with the one and only Kyrone Shut It Down Davis.
What's
good,
bro? I'm all right.
Chilling, man. Chilling. Another day, another dollar. You know how it is.
Yeah.
How was the gym?
It was good. It was good, a little sore, but I'm good.
Yeah. You was out there in Philly with Brad?
No, I'm in California with Canelo.
Oh, you still in that camp?
Yeah. I've been here
Oh,
15 years plus.
how
I've
old
been
are
here
you?
for like 6 weeks.
Damn, you giving out good work then.
Yeah, I've been here for like 6 weeks.
You giving us some good work. You giving us some good work. I seen that you had the picture on your profile, then you took it off. Why you take it off? Why? Because you put like a little sparring clip you wasn't feeling.
Nah, he ain't put no sparring clip. I don't think there's a sparring clip that. But nah,
No harmful pesticides.
why I take it down? I took it down just take it down though. I don't know. Sometimes I keep stuff up. Sometimes it wasn't calculated like that. I'm real particular what I leave on my page, so I put up there so people know where I'm at. But I didn't really care that like to have it stay on there. I take things down, put things down up all the time if anybody would pay attention. But people probably did think like, why did I take it down? But I didn't really care. I don't know. I just take it down. I'm probably gonna put another one up. We got a bunch of pictures. I mean, I've been here for 6 weeks. You know what I mean? I probably didn't like the picture of myself or something. I don't remember. I took it down like weeks ago though. But I be taking down pictures all the time.
So how is it? How is it? I mean, this is the first time you've been in his camp, right?
Yeah, it's cool that it's a great camp hospitality. Feel comfortable here, so yeah.
Well, before we start, right? Because this is my first YouTube live with you. Let's talk a little bit about yourself, your record, where you from, and some of the guys that you shared the ring with, notable names, and obviously some sparring names as well.
Well, Kyrone Shut It Down Davis from Wilmington, Delaware. I've had a long career. I'm still young in my career, but you know what I mean. I've been doing it for a minute. I've been in the ring. I've fought a couple world champions, Benavidez and Anthony Durrell. Been in there with some top challenges. I fared well. Coming up, and I'm in the rankings for. I'm trying to hunt down that middleweight title. That's the goal. But I'm
Yep.
3-time national champion. Record of 91 wins, 9 losses as an amateur.
Crazy.
I've been in the spar in the ring with the likes of Golovkin, Adrian Broner, R.I.P. Matthew Stafford. Um, I've been in the ring with Daniel Jacobs and Slandy Laura and Demetrius Andrade and Julian Williams and Erickson Lubin and I mean a lot of guys. I mean I've been in the ring with a lot of Caleb Plant. I mean I'm pretty sure there's guys that I'm leaving out, but I've been around. I got a good sense of what's what and what does championship level look like and feel like. So
Right. So you got any fight date lined up for yourself, or approximately a month that you think you coming back in the ring?
they're telling me like end of October. So I've been training here and just being ready for whenever they tell me. But they're telling me you know,
Um, some people get the easy route out in boxing. Some people get the tough route in boxing. What would you have to say your career is like?
well, this is the thing for those who don't know. There's a lot of boxers in this, and there's a lot of people that never been touched on touch TV. A lot of fighters ain't never touched no money. I've
You did
been
both.
I've been blessed to do both. And in our sport, like in anything, you have your standouts, the more popular guys, just maybe because of who they're trained by, or maybe from where they from, or maybe they got into, you know what I mean. But in the sport, I'm pretty popular. When I go to the fights, I mean, people be knowing who I am, and I'm taking pictures and stuff like that. But you can't be a casual fan. I'm not really for the casual fan. For the people that know, they know who I am. I've been in the ring with, guys. I've fought on main events where there's 2 million people watching. So, if you know boxing, you know who I am, or you see my fights if you don't remember.
Right. I feel like boxing has really gotten it took a toll in the casual fans the last 2 years.
Well,
Like
I
really
mean,
big.
I think it's hard for me to. I don't ever get upset about it
Hmm.
because this is the thing. It it's a lot of food on the table. You know what I mean? It's a lot of food, and I mean, there's a lot of divisions in boxing. There's a lot of champions in boxing. Um, I mean, it's favorites in everything that you do. Breaking through that is the hardest thing. It's like same thing like the music industry. Like you got a lot of good guys that make mad money. Making
The
music, but
music.
you never know who they is because it's kind of sometimes hard to break through that 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 the mainstream audience. And the opportunity comes and presents itself. You got to take advantage of it. Even more, I will even say like the opportunities. Not that everybody doesn't have the opportunities, but everybody don't have the opportunities in the same kind of way. A guy like me, I fought Anthony Durrell on 4 weeks' notice. I fought and I won that fight, and he did, and he decided to give it to the more popular. Well, not even give it to him. It felt like they give it to him because they gave me a draw. But what I mean, decided to give it a draw instead of giving me what I deserved. And then in the Benavidez fight, I had 16 days.
Yeah, I was about to say
You know
almost
what I
like two
mean?
weeks.
I had 16 days for that fight. So by the time I heard about the fight, I was going into my 15th day. You know what I'm saying? I had 16 days for that fight. Coming off the
Still
street,
gotta fly there.
I still
Get
got to
checked in
fly.
your
Is that
hotel.
you can't you still got to rest because you just put your body through hell to make weight. You know what I mean? I had to make weight and cut weight and fight in 16 days. And gave the fans a fucking show.
Hell yeah.
That I still get DMs and people like, yo, especially when I go to like Mexican like restaurants and stuff. I know I love Mexican food. So they always they were the real popular Mexican spots that we know. Like, yo, you for
Free food, free
Benavidez?
food.
Yeah, they like, yeah. I've been like, see,
Oh, shit.
but um,
And speaking upon that Benavides fight as well, you're basically you're normally campaign at 160 pounds, but you
and
went up
they moved me up. So like some guys get the opportunity. I'm the type of guy that won't say no to fights.
a dog.
I don't say no to fights. I just fight. I love the sport. I love the competitiveness of it, and I'm just kind of crazy. I think I could be anybody, and I have the skills to do so. If they give me time, they gonna hurt. Somebody gonna be in trouble. Um, but which is why I'm taking advantage to go back to this time that I'm out here with Canelo. Like they better not try to catch me slipping this time because I won't be caught slipping. Um, I've been to camp for 6 weeks. Um, Training, doing the things he's been doing, and I've been working. So, I'm waiting for a phone call. That I'm talking to Louis. They gonna give me something soon. So yeah,
How does it feel this time around? Traveling for a camp now
he gonna
that you
say
have
you
a
hold
baby.
on. He gonna say you wasted too much energy. I ain't have no energy in the Benavidez fight because you're 16 days. You don't have the proper time to have energy in the Benavidez fight. And
Well,
if
talk about how you lost the weight. I
I
mean,
mean,
16 days.
listen. In 16 days, I didn't do nothing but run with a sauna suit, and in the sauna, and calorie deficit was ridiculous. That's how I lost the weight. So when I got in the ring, I was a shell of myself. The shell of myself just happened to be where to the point where the fight was competitive. But people don't understand it. People tell me what you can and what you can't do. You in there with a monster like Benavidez. He's a great fighter. He does great things well. For me to be able to compete, it was some things I had to do in that ring that I didn't have the energy to keep doing. Like there was things in the ring that I'm used to doing that I couldn't do for long periods of times. Like using my lateral movement and get around them. I was getting around the edge on them and making them reach the first 2 rounds. After a while, I couldn't do it no more. I didn't have the legs to. There was punches that um I would counter and sit on, but I didn't have I wouldn't say the confidence, but I didn't have the timing down because I didn't get no sparring for the. You gotta think I didn't get no sparring for the fight. I sparred like 2 or 3 times to get ready for the championship level fight that I was in. So I mean, you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. Benavidez still a great fighter. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he's not. But I'm saying you gotta take certain things, certain fights is with a grain of salt because anything can happen when two guys. You got one guy training for 12 weeks and one guy training for 16 days. Um, I mean, you're gonna get what you're gonna get, but I don't have no excuses. For the moment, because I did take the fight, but I do want to make sure everybody's knowledgeable about how long it actually takes to get ready for a fight.
Exactly, and that's why, like, I wanted to. That was one of my first questions. Meeting you, getting to know who you are, seeing the skills, seeing sparring clips from the actual fights, and knowing your story upon how you got these championship rounds. I wanted to let everybody know on my YouTube before I even started talking about any
Yeah.
predictions and all the other stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
If you want to go
I've
answer
been in
that,
the ring with a lot of guys, so like I've been talking to some people, and I might write a book. I've been in the ring with every world champ. I mean, all year round, every fight there's been, you've been calling me, asking my prediction because I've been in the ring with everybody. Well, I didn't even say Terrence Crawford name. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I've been in the ring with a lot of
you've been
people,
in there
so
with Terrence, and you didn't even tell me.
I never met. I didn't. It just slipped my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of good stories, and I got a lot of interesting things that you probably wouldn't know about different kind of camps. You know what I mean? So ask away.
This interview is gonna be so good. I'm telling you. So my question is, while you was answering the comments and stuff like that, was you just got a newborn baby and now you're traveling for a camp. How is that? You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
it sucks. My son, he's growing up really really fast, and I can see it on FaceTime, but I can't be with him. And when they're at that age, he's 4 months, so every little thing, every day he does something new. It does it does pull at your heartstrings a little bit. You got to work, but you got to do what you got to do, provide for your family. I got a family, so I'm doing what I got to do to take advantage of the opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. So going into this camp, uh, talk to me. What bring into detail? What's a Canelo camp look like? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so they called me out here about 6 weeks ago. We've been working. And first day I could land on the plane, they picked me up when we went sparring, and we did like 6, 7 rounds, 4-minute rounds. I'm like, it's gonna be a long camp because I didn't even get, I haven't touched down. Just touched down. We doing 7 rounds straight. Um, but it's been great work. I've been giving him the looks that he can go. Be talking to Eddie and telling him, I'm real versatile, and I'm super athletic, so I can do a lot of different things to emulate fighters. I think that's why I get called in a lot because I can give looks for long periods of time. It's one of my good abilities. I can mirror a fighter. So I've been given, and I think they called me and they definitely want the athleticism. So I've been giving him different kind of looks and different kind of things that Charlo can give him. Along with other guys that have came along the way. But I was here for the first 2 weeks by myself.
Right, right. Charlo, a guy that you was looking to fight in the future, or possibly still have that opportunity.
I mean, it probably will happen. I think it's a possibility. He fights for PBC. Um, we're not friends or anything like that, and nothing bad against him. I just don't, we're not. I don't
Yeah,
know him.
you haven't kicked it.
Yeah. And he's moving up to 168. He might fall down to 160 and say, "This is where I want to sit." I'm 160.
He's talking like that.
I'm due for a big fight at 160. I might get that. We're trying to get that Carlos Adames fight. Some guys at middleweight. Some
Really
things.
good fight.
It's a lot of
That's a
open.
really good fight.
Yeah, it's a lot of open. It's a lot of openness in the 160 division. So we
You, you,
I'm willing whatever. I'm with whatever.
you gonna get the J Rock payback for Breadman.
Oh man, yeah, that was some bullshit. I didn't like the way that went down,
Yeah,
but we would take that fight definitely, 100%. Like, not even
that's
no
a
question.
fire fight. That's definitely a fire
I think
fight.
I think it'll be an exciting fight. I think it'll be a really good fight. Um, I think that would be the opportunity that I need to actually to break all the way through because when I watch him, I some things that he does that I know I'll be able to take advantage of. So and then to see it live, and then from a guy that was training for the fight. Like I've seen J Rock, implement the things that he wanted to do, and if I'm like, man, I can beat this guy, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I would
absolutely.
I would let that fight, but I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want to scare him.
Right. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We got Kyrone Davis in the building. So I'm gonna get into some heat right away. You told me everything that I wanted to know right away off of me not even asking you any questions. So coming into this Canelo camp, I mean, roughly how many rounds you think you've been around like so far?
Um,
6 weeks, you said?
yeah, so like,
Damn.
bro, all right, we can put it like this: we're doing 4 minute rounds, so every 3 rounds is another round added on top of that.
Yeah.
So I would not be. I had to sit down with a pencil or my calculator and try to calculate, but I would say at least 100 rounds. Like you feel me?
Damn.
Like we've been going at it for 6 weeks. You know, he's brought some guys in now, so the workload isn't as heavy just on me.
But it
Which helped.
started with just you though.
Yeah, it started with just me. So I mean, that definitely helped out. But the workload. But we've done we've done lots of rounds since I've been here, and so that's a testament to how he likes to work. He likes to get a lot. He likes to spar a lot of rounds.
Yeah, because you should have been the first one out of there already in the camp. Um, but nevertheless, and the only reason why is because you was the first one. You know what I'm saying? If they're already calling other people in, they're only just doing it off of just changing the looks. But
Yeah, they.
you're giving a good enough work to keep you around
Yeah, I
and
mean,
getting paid.
yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, the more so than the money, the
Experience.
the experience and it's being around great people. You just bring out great things, and the conversations that we have are priceless. After the sparring, what what I try to set him up with, what he tried to do to me. Those conversations that you have after the sparring is something that you can't get anywhere else. You're getting inside of the mind of a world class Hall of Fame fighter, and it definitely helps. I can feel it. I can feel it when I'm doing certain things. Is understanding why I'm doing certain things. No matter how old you get in this game, and I'm only 28, you always be getting better. So.
I like that you said that because I talk about that with all the fighters that have had elite sparring. I said, what are the conversations that you guys had afterwards? Sometimes you could be so stubborn in there and have a big ass attitude to the point that it doesn't even get to that conversation that you're
Hmm.
speaking on. You
Hmm.
know, so you have to be a professional.
Yeah, I mean, in every camp that I've been to, I've always had a good relationship, pretty good relationship where I can have a conversation and talk. I'm very personable, so I've always had the conversations with every person that I've been in the ring with, for the most part, despite language barrier. Because I remember Laura, we couldn't. He wasn't speaking English that well, but Canelo speaks really good English.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's that's one thing I was impressed with, how
Yeah.
great he speaks English and
And he got
understands.
the swears on Smash too.
Yeah, and he teach me a little bit of Spanish. So I mean,
Oh no.
and I'm Panamanian, so I should already know Spanish. It's just so frustrating being out here and not being able to speak, language. But
Yeah, you need to know how to order your tacos the right way. You know what I'm saying,
oh
bro?
no, no, if it's one thing I can do is I can tell them what I want. I can get I can get a taco. Don't worry about
Eso,
that.
eso, dame
Asada.
más. I got you. I got you. So we're gonna get into all the dope sparring guys in a second. All the dope questions that you guys want to hear. Um, nevertheless, once again, before I even enter it, I'm definitely happy for you just entering that alone. Um, um, you're definitely a good fit. I believe when I seen that, I was like, Canelo made a good pick. Now, are they? Did they call in Ronald Ellis again?
Ronald just got here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think was this. Yeah, Ronald just got here.
Cool. Um. Nevertheless, let's start talking about certain matchups. Let's talk about, obviously, Errol Spence. He, wants to do this rematch right away. No tune-ups. What do you think about the rematch itself?
I don't know. It's a hard question. If he feels like he's ready, then do it. It's his career, it's his life. He has to live with it. So that's me speaking as for like if I was his friend. Like bro, if you think that you still you was missing something, something wasn't right with you, You know what I mean? You gotta live with, you know what I mean, the decisions. If you can't sleep at night because of this fight, you feel like you need to get back, you need a revenge, you need to show the world that you are capable, then go ahead and do it. As a coach, I don't really know what to say because I don't really know the what Derrick James and he and Earl was going through. You know what I mean? Like in the camp, like the difficulties behind the scenes that a lot of things go into the fight behind the scenes. So I don't really know the conversation. So as a coach, I wouldn't know what to say because I didn't coach him. As a spectator, I don't think I can't see him coming back and just changing it like that, like so as easy. You feel me? I, and I don't that the way that the fight went, I didn't see any holes in that Earl was able to present in Crawford's game that makes me feel like you know Crawford want to get better. And I've been in the ring with Crawford, and the more he learns you, the better he gets. The sparring with him, I was sparring for like about 4 weeks. Every time you spar him, it get a little harder. You know what I mean? He learns you, and he adapts really well. So as a fighter like that, fighting you a second time, that could be really difficult for Earl. I think that Bud just got his number, but you don't know. You don't know. I mean, you don't know. I would love for boxing. I would love to see him come back and do something great. Like as fans, imagine that. Then we get a trilogy. But honestly, I don't see it.
Now, you being in the ring with Bud, obviously you're a heavier guy. Obviously, he's most likely. I don't know when you've been in the ring with him. Has it been like a camp or has it been like an off time that he actually got some weight
He
on him?
called he called me for when he fought Sean Porter. So he wanted the movement and he wanted the physical strength.
Okay, so you was in there early camp as well. That was like in the 100,
I,
154.
I always get called the first day.
Ah,
So
word, word.
I was there first day. I was the first person there. Yeah, I mean, seem like he always stays in shape. You know what I'm saying? Uh, how much he look like? He weighed maybe 170 something, 173.
So what people always hear when it comes to like actual people that know boxing,
People have
yo,
no understanding of weight. People have no understanding. Like, and I want to say everybody, but unless you did it or you're around it really, really closely, like I mean it closely. I mean you seen a guy, you have a friend that you seen him cut weight and you seen the process multiple times to understand what he's actually doing. You have no idea what weight is. People be like, yeah, but he doesn't, and then you're making up these little weights that you think somebody walks around and all that. You know what I mean? It's not true.
but you be in the gym and like people weigh each other every day, like when you're in the gym,
Yeah, I
especially
mean,
gearing up to camp.
yeah, I mean, can't like you gotta realize when you all right, 168 pounders walk around 200.
Right.
160 pounders walk around high 180s, 190s.
Hmm.
You know, junior middleweights walk around mid 80s, like mid 80s, like low. The lighter ones walk around 80. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You got this
Even welterweights. There's
yeah,
welterweights that weigh
the
100.
147s walk around 177. You know what I mean? It's just how the game
Unless
is.
you're Errol Spence.
I mean, unless you Earl Spencer, you might walk around 185.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But my question to you is that do you think is he as sharp at a heavier weight? Because when people say, "Hey, 54," if he's at 54, is he going to be just as sharp as when
I
he
have
was at
no
47?
I have no idea. I haven't even sparred him at 54.
Got you. Got
Think
you.
like like all right. So the average fighter, I'm gonna give you something that y'all can
Okay.
take home. The average fighter loses 10 pounds in a week
Yeah.
when training for a fight.
Hmm.
So let's say that let's say that Bo was 10 pounds for the last day of sparring, which will be Friday, and he fights Saturday. I sparred him at 157. I didn't spar him at 154.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
spar him at junior middleweight. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
then he might have been lower than that. I don't know for it. And I didn't go all the way up to the end of camp because of Benavidez. But um yeah, I mean that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with that kind of weight, those weight cuts. So when people say the weight don't matter, it makes a big difference because you're cutting so much. When you start getting down to them little pounds, every pound is now affecting you. Like every pound is hurting. You know, that's why people do the catch weights and stuff like that, trying to get used to the weight.
Now tell me, ideally, when you have your fight date approaching, weigh-ins, approaching the weigh-ins, press conference. Are you pre-press conference? Are you on the weight already? Mostly,
Nah, you still cutting.
you still cutting?
You might be close if you had a really
Five
good
pound
camp in
deficit.
the weight. Yeah, I mean, if you talking about Wednesday and the fights on and this
Yeah.
weigh-ins on Friday, you're still a few pounds off.
Okay. Okay.
Still got some
That,
workouts to do.
that's healthy. That's good to do it that way.
That's I don't think none of this shit healthy. It's normal.
Normal. Yeah, there
It's
you go.
normal.
Right. I
It's
like that
normal.
one. It's true. It's true. It's normal for boxing. I get it. So tell me, you know, you've been in the ring with Boots and you've been in the ring with Crawford. Talk to me. What do you see in that fight? It's a fight that everybody's talking about at welterweight.
Um, I'm close. I'm definitely closer to Boots. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Me and Boots, we have conversations. We talk. Um, nah, and if they fought, I would definitely be rooting for Boots to win. I want to say that because one time I said something, and somebody was saying I was being biased because we. So I was like, all right, let me put that out front. Maybe I might be a little biased when it comes to that because me and Boots have, but me and Bud, we know each other, but we ain't tight. But you know what I mean, we in camp we talked and we had
Thank you for
moments.
giving us the heads up. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you the heads up. But everything that Crawford does, um, can do, Boots can do, and he does it at a high octane, um, high intensity. He's younger. Um, um, Comparing their powers, I do think Boots punches harder.
Mm. And that's
Um,
not being biased.
and that's not being biased because, yeah, I don't really say people hit punch.
Right, right. I noticed that about you. You don't really. Well, you said that Caleb can punch. I mean, and we don't know. I
I
mean,
mean, relatively to each own, like Boots is not punching like a 47 pounder. He's punching a lot harder than that. Um, and he's explosive. He's younger. He's fresher. I think in that fight we'll have like a Sugar Ray Leonard and um, what's the name moment? Why am I thinking of his name right now?
Hearns?
Terry
No,
Norris.
Terry Norris.
Like this, the younger guy just being able to just be better that night. Um,
Mm.
I think that I
You
think
went
that
back into history for that one.
well, look, my coach is bread man, so he sends me
Facts.
shit.
He's a
He
historian.
sends, bro, he sends me shit. I be watching shit. I'm like, how did you even get this fucking tape? Like this shit, they had TVs back then. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? He be having all
Black and
types of
white.
shit. He be sending me shit. I be like, I do not feel like looking at this old ass shit. But he be sending me shit.
Yo,
So
who's who?
he
Who's
be like,
who?
look how he caught the jab and he was throwing it. He was turning this angle. That's why I need you to do tomorrow with sparring. I'd be like, oh my god, I don't want to watch this old ass shit.
Mm.
But
Mm.
I know. I mean, my dad too. My dad's really into boxing, so when I growing up, he always sent me clips and show me clips. So I'm pretty good at boxing histories as well. But yeah, I mean, I think we have I mean, he's 35. I mean, it's unfair to think that he's going to be the same forever. And you know what I
Right.
mean? People keep saying this is his prime. I don't think so. I think this is his best performance that we have seen at this level because they gave him the opportunity. I think if they gave him the opportunity at 29, he would have did the same thing, but better because he's
Mm.
29,
Yeah. There's
prime
no such
opportunity.
thing of being 35 years old and being in your prime.
Why I don't know why people keep saying that he's 35. Like he can wake up one day and his back just don't feel the same, you know. And I think he's hinting at that. You know what I mean? I think he's hinting. I think he says like I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep doing this. You know what I mean? I think he wants to get his fights that he deserves in, and then get out the game. So I think for Bud Crawford, we probably got like 3 more fights out of him.
Right. Um, when it comes to Boots and Crawford, in your eyes, when it comes to the defensive test, the speed test, who do
You
you,
can't. You can't really call it like people like to go in and try to like dissect. And I know it's fun to do, but
Mm-hmm.
like we talking about like Crawford defense might be better, right? Let's just say it is, right?
You tell what you feel.
No, but listen, this is what I'm trying to say. The offense of Boots just might be so good that it outweighs the fact that his defense is better.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Just having better defense is not gonna win you the fight. Just not having better offense is not gonna win you the fight. Who's easier to hit? It's hard to say. You know, it's times where I was able to hit Crawford relatively not easy, but like when I wanted to. And then there's times where I wasn't in the sparring. With Boots, there was times where I was able to get off, and then there's times where it wasn't. You know, I wonder how you wake up in the morning, like different parts of camp, different parts of where you're training. One time I sparred Boots, and I was getting ready for a fight. I'm like 2 weeks away, body drained. We didn't do that many rounds because I just like my body just drained. And then one time he's cutting, and I'm 180 something. I could walk you down now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Boots is an incredible talent. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? He's an incredible talent. I needed people to understand and know that he's an incredible talent. He's he has incredible work ethic, and he's going to be somebody that you want to know for a while in this boxing game.
Yeah. He
And
will be the face of boxing one day.
it's definitely a possibility. And I'm not saying that just because it's my boy. I'm saying that because like you
He
know
got it.
he's special.
Mm-hmm.
Boots, Bud is special too. You have two special fighters going at it, one at two different parts of their career. I just think that because of the way it is, it will favor the younger, athletic, probably more hungry in his career person.
Mm. Mm. I'll tell you one thing, Kyrone. After this interview, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna be calling you for some interviews, just to let you know. just to let you know. Um, moving on, right? When we talk about the things that you remember about each guy when you were in the ring with them, something that stands out. There's always something that stands out in a fighter when you're going into with them. What are those things when it comes to Crawford, and one of those things that it comes to Boots? What stands
um,
out? What makes them special?
Crawford, Bud's competitiveness is fun. Like you know what I'm saying? It it, it's like if you have a good day on him, the next day is gonna be hard. Like it's like he thought about it all day long. It's like he couldn't get it out of his brain. You know what I mean? A couple times that I had good days, and he come back, and the next day will be the fucking war. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not letting you get off on that, and you gonna be sore next day because he's gonna make sure you feel it. You know what I mean? His competitiveness is something that stands out, and then also how open he is after the sparring sessions is is amazing. Like at the end after the sparring is over, we talking, and it's like, yo, you call me with this shot. And he'll ask you questions like, what did you see? And then I tell him, like, that's humble as hell to be able to like, you know what I mean, as you the pound for pound king, and I'm a young fighter coming up, for you to ask me like, what did I see? And I mean, I think that sets him above above he's humble. Like it's really a game to him. He's really trying to get better, even at his age. And he would have his conversations. He was talking, like, all right, you watch, you ain't gonna get that tomorrow. And then the next day of sparring, he'll switch up his whole style. He'll go southpaw the whole time, and then be on a move and counter you the whole time. Like he was a whole different person as you sparred yesterday. Um, and he works on things that he doesn't do well. You know what I mean? If he's not doing something well, he'll keep working on it till he start getting the timing of it. You know, he's not scared to look funny one day in sparring. You know, I think that's what surprised me the most is how eager he still is to learn at the age that he is. And the coaches is right in with him, like Red and Womack. They talking and explaining, and we having conversations. And I'll talk to Red, and he'll tell me something like, "Yo," he's like, "I think that, I think that Sean will come out like this. Can you give me this look real fast?" And I give him the look, and then he'd be like, "See how he was able to land that? Like, make sure that he's ready for that." And I mean, it's real conversational, and I think that's makes a team with a real conversation. We talk a bit honest about the flaws and the goods and the bads, and they believe in their fighter as they should because every single time he proves himself. You know.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because a lot of people They talk about Derek James of where he could take his fighters to certain heights, and like just having that conversation, an outlet that you just mentioned. It just seems to me that that group that they have, they really dissect everything to even the sparring partners, to making sure that they see certain looks and accomplish them, and making sure that he can
Yeah, I mean,
neutralize those things.
like, I mean, what Red was telling, was preaching to me every time, like, yo, the better you do against him, the easier the fight is going to be. So we need you to get out. If you can get out on him, get out on him. So he showing me things and trying to show me, you know, how to infiltrate his defense, so that, you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I mean, touch and step over, see what he do. You know, like, you know what I mean. Don't just walk right in. You know what I mean. Like, give him a feint, make him move first. You know what I'm saying? Some things we was doing in there that really raises your IQ for one. But then I can imagine that, you know what I mean. You got a coach that's coaching. You got coaches coaching against you. Like most camps, you go out to camp and you just at camp and you sparring. Like he, like
You got a
Red,
coach.
yeah, he's coaching me through the sparring. Like
That's amazing.
he's
Cause I
trying
deal
to,
with that in my gym too. It's like sometimes I'm working with my fighter, I bring in a sparring partner, and I always tell a coach, another coach, can you go to that corner?
yeah,
But we're not necessarily working as a team to get
yeah,
the
yeah.
final output. That's deep.
Like it's almost competitive to the point where like Red wanted me to get out so he could say that. See what we were able to do today. You know what I mean? It's that competitive. This, you know what I mean? The
Hope you
team,
better tomorrow.
yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? But one time I was like, yeah, Red don't get him hurt. You know what I mean? It's competitive hell, and I love that. You know, as a fighter that I am, you know what I mean. I love that. So you know what I mean. Um, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that. The sparring that, you know what I mean. I did hurt my back in that camp a little bit, so it was a little irking me. I couldn't do all the workouts the whole time,
Hmm.
but it definitely was a good experience to even be a part of that.
How does that compare to the dungeon, and Boots and what he brings to the table, all the great attributes that he brings that stand out?
It's a younger energy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You know, Boots at a stage of his career, he's trying to hurt everybody who gets in the ring with him.
yeah, I hear
Um,
stories.
you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, he's trying to hurt everybody who's getting in the ring with him. He's trying to make a story of it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that kind of sparring isn't great to have all the time. You know what I mean? It's really not for the other guy. You know
Yeah,
what I
I do.
mean?
I'll do like an interview about Boots his sparring, and then like his boys, his media boys, be like, "Yo, you just did that interview. You about to get that kid hurt next time he goes back in
Yeah, 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 yeah. He's definitely trying. He's at the point where he's trying to prove himself. You know what I mean?
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Can't hear you yet. I think you had a call. You just come in and out. Come in and out so we can continue this. Yeah, yeah, it sounds good. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Yep, I can hear you now.
Yes, my mom was trying to call me.
All right, no, you good.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
What I was saying though?
you were saying that anytime you step into the ring with Boots, it's a
Oh yeah,
young
he's
man's
trying.
game.
Yeah, I mean, he's at a stage of his career where he not playing around. He wants that world title. He wants to prove to the world. And if you in his way, then he's trying to get you out of there. You know what I mean? Sparring be so intense. You know what I mean? So, I've seen him grow. You know what I mean? And I've seen him grow and get better.
I've
Like
seen
I
videos
remember,
of you guys sparring really, really, really young.
bro, we sparred one time. I was like 9-0, or maybe like 9 or 8-0 as a pro, and he was training for the Olympic team, and so trying to get on the team, and if to see where he's come from, those sparring sessions where he was real talented, then I knew he was going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I knew he was going to be really good. To now, the maturity, the composure, um, his body strength different. You know what I mean? It's cool to see.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and I'm gonna be mixing, matching all these guys that you've been working with, but uh Crawford and Canelo, they
I want
talk
to let you
about.
know. I want to let you know that I've been pretty on point with every prediction that I've been giving you through these two.
I
So,
know. I know.
I've been
I
on.
know.
I've been on point. Look, I need to start keeping account. I've been on point.
Yeah. I
Go
hope
ahead.
you placing your bets too, because
Not. You know what? I stopped betting on boxing though.
oh, politics.
No, well, that was one thing because a couple fights happened, and I was just disgusted by what happened with the decision. But then I was like, I can't enjoy the fight when I'm betting because no matter what, I want the other guy to win because I'm trying to win my money. You know what I mean?
You're right about that.
I like enjoying the fights now.
Yeah, because I was watching the Haney and Loma fight, and then I had my money on Loma, and I was like, damn, Loma's up by like 2 rounds. And then I watched the fight over again, right? And I was like,
Yeah,
oh, I could see.
you get a little biased because you want to win the money so bad. You know, I
Any
stopped.
swing round, it's your guy.
I bet on football and I bet on basketball.
Better.
Those my sports I bet on.
Yeah, yeah. Hockey's good too. It's easy money.
I don't know the game enough to bet. I don't know the game enough.
All you gotta do is just look at the stats. You look at the stats. You're like, all right, he's a winner. He's a winner. He's a winner. We betting on that. Um, so going off of the Terrence Crawford and Canelo. You've been in the ring with both of them. Is that like a too far of a stretch? 3 divisions jumping up for Crawford, wanting the winner of, Jamel and Canelo. Like, be honest. See, and you're not even you're not even cool like that with either of them like that. Like super cool. You guys are
Yeah,
cordial, but not
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
So
yeah,
this is
yeah,
gonna be a
yeah,
good one.
yeah. I would fight either of them. So yeah, I would. Um, Canelo's a big guy, man. Canelo was a big guy, and it's gonna be a lot.
You take a punch, huh?
Who he could take a punch.
He can give
Well,
it back.
I mean, you're not gonna hurt Canelo. You're not. I mean, you can. You know what I'm saying? You can, but you're
Well,
not gonna.
read that comment right there.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think that he can hurt him like one punch hurt him. No, I don't think he can one punch hurt him. I think maybe he can cut an eye or something. He's human. Maybe you can bother him to the body. Maybe those things that he would have to do. You have to be. He would have to get. He has to get some flesh on them gloves, and he has to go to that body. You have to step around. It's gonna be a tall task.
Right. Because going into a fight with him, you're already down 3 rounds.
Yeah, I mean before the judging though, I want to get into the judging.
Okay.
I just want to say that will be that Canelo can really fight. He can really fight. He's got moves. He got traps. He got a good jab. He got good. He got good. He can throw every punch. He can change his game up. You know what I mean? People say he's flat footed, but he moves well. Um, it's not easy. I mean, it's not easy. It won't be easy. It won't be easy for that would be a tall task if he was able to pull that off.
Yeah, they calling him. Now I can't hear you. I know. I know. See how when it gets good, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hell of an interview so far. Still can't hear you, brother. Um, if you need to tap in and tap out, just do so. I'll tap you right back in. Sometimes it's just easier to do that. Oh,
I,
I can hear you perfect.
I'm sorry, everybody blowing my phone over now.
They know you on this interview too, I bet. Right?
Go ahead, go ahead.
So you saying it's a tall task. Is it impossible? Is it a 50-50? Is it a 60-40?
I
Is
mean,
it
in
a
boxing, nothing's impossible.
45-55?
In boxing, nothing's impossible. If I had to bet, I would bet. I'll put money on Canelo. Um, I just think there'll be a lot for. It'll be a tall task for for the great Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? Not taking anything away from, who he is, but Canelo's great, and he's a great bigger man, and you're not talking about age. Canelo's 33, Bud's older.
Right.
Um, I don't see him being able to do that. But You know what I'm saying? Can Canelo stop him? I think he will be able to. I mean, he's a bigger guy. One punch can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I mean, if they fought, I wouldn't see either guy stopping each guy. I think that Canelo won the decision. I think
Really?
I think Canelo because Crawford does some things in there to keep it like even. He know how to do some things to limit some things that you know how to do well. But I think it'll be a little bit too much. I don't think he'll be able to generate enough offense to win rounds when there's that much heat coming at him. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
It'd be like
Canelo.
he'll turn a little bit more defensive. Is what I'm saying. He will have to be more defensive and more eyes open. He wouldn't be able to sit back and catch and counter the same because you got to catch and make sure you look the punch all the way in. Because Canelo's throwing it with force. You can't just catch and counter and
Yeah. You're gonna
your
be
hand
catching, and
yeah
your head's gonna go like this.
yeah exactly. Or you trying to catch and counter, you miss time and he catch you on the chin. You know what I mean? It's different things. You just gotta be a little bit more careful when you're dealing with a power puncher like Canelo who's bigger. You know.
Or he hits you enough times in the shoulder that you can't even lift your hand up
Oh,
anymore.
oh man, I'm icing my shoulder like every other day.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, he punching the whole body. You know, um, the, I mean, it's holes in everybody's game,
Hmm.
but I think that'll be a tall task.
Right. No, I understand it fully. A lot of people saying that he's, since you've been watching Canelo going up into your career and now finally being his camp, while people are saying that he has missed a step, slipped a step, uh, millisecond, whatever the case, 2 milliseconds off. What do you think? Because sometimes people say that you don't get up for certain fights. I can't call the Bevo fight because that's a tall order. You're moving up a weight class, and he's
Hold
a
on,
great
he's saying
fighter.
that I'm not saying that Canelo's unstoppable. It's not what I'm saying. Um, I'm saying I don't think that the Bud's makeup will be able to get it done. I'm not saying that the Benavidez fight would be a great fight. That's a really good fight. The Bivol fight again will be a great fight. You know, and nobody's unstoppable. I'm telling you from the makeup of the 5'8" Terrence Crawford, the way his body is built, um, just what he'll be up going against a bigger guy having to come all the way up to 168 from a guy that Canelo who walks around 190, 180 something. It will be hard. It'll be a tough task, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no. Nevertheless, I understand. Um, Moving on, you know what I'm saying? Jamel Charlo and Canelo Alvarez, you are prepping him up for this fight. What is your prediction? I mean, like you say, you already like A+ on the predictions, bro. So talk to me.
I don't I don't see a road to victory for Charlo in this fight. From the things that I've seen, I don't see a road to victory. I think he makes a lot of boxing mistakes. Um, I think he does a lot of things. I'm not gonna go too into it just because
You're in
I don't
camp.
want to give nothing away. You know what I mean? I never do that.
I know.
We always had these conversations. I'm never gonna do that. But
You
it's
don't
things.
break it down round by round until
Yeah, but
the reaction. Once the
yeah,
reaction
yeah,
comes in, you start breaking it down a little bit.
exactly. There's I don't see a road to victory. I don't think that he's gonna have enough to win the fight.
Because you studied Mel. I mean, let's
Yeah,
be honest.
I've seen some things and I've been watching him and I don't see a road to victory.
And like you say, you basically getting paid to mirror what he does in the ring.
Yeah, so I'm watching him a lot more
Right.
because the situation and it's things that I do better than Mel. Um, when it comes to boxing, um, you know what I mean. Just moving just certain things in the ring. I'm not saying Mel's not a great fighter. He's undisputed at 154 for a reason. He's done some great things and he got crazy mental fortitude. You know what I mean? That's special. But I don't see a road for victory when it comes to like um what he can do in that ring on the 30th.
Is that a big difference moving up from 54 to 60? Where you're at?
68.
No, where you're at though. Because you're at 60, and we all know that Mel's gonna go probably back down to 60. Just
Oh, you
because,
mean going to 154 to 160?
yeah.
Nah, he could do it. Mel seems like he can be 60 fine.
You think he's punching more than you?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. He definitely has been able to finish guys.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's really important. But punching power is not always in finishing guys either. And I tell people that a lot. Like, there's some guys that got some good power, but not as many knockouts. Like Caleb Plant. Um, it's just the way they go about it, the way they go about the fight, the way that they're deciding to have a presence on the fight. The if they get hit, the next punches they would decide to throw or their follow up to hurting a person. That
More
comes,
important.
yeah, that comes from getting knockouts from then just like think about the Caleb Truex fight. There was some times where Caleb had Truex in a bad spot where a little bit better closer might have stopped him, but he still outboxed him every round and made it look super easy. But certain guys get more knockouts on the record for that reason, not because of the power, but because of how they go about it.
You think Canelo's in a great space right now as far as physical, and do you think he could possibly get Mel out of there?
Physically, I mean, we train in altitude. We're training in really high altitude. It's harder to breathe up here.
I heard.
And, um, it, he's looking good, man. I mean, he sparred 12 rounds in 4-minute rounds the other day with
Ooh,
three different guys.
and they were talking about his stamina. Ooh, this fight sounds good already.
Yeah, it's, he's looking good, and he still has mad time.
Right, right, right. How do you see a fight with Terrence Crawford and Charlo?
I think that I think that's an even better fight. I think there's openings where I think Charlo can actually hurt, but if I was betting on a fight, I pick Bud all day because he's able to do it the way he's able to change up the jab off the left side, the right side. All the things that we know he do good. You know what I mean? But I see where it's Charlo's sneaky, man. Like people gonna say like I'm not saying he'll do it, but boxing is one of them sports where anything can happen. I see some like physical strength and not physical strength, knockout flashes that Charlo does have, and he has this clutch. You gotta see, he has this clutch gene. You know what I mean? He has a clutch gene where he's able to like bail himself out. You know what I'm saying? With a great shot. Um, so I think there would be opportunities for him to hurt. We've seen Bud hurt before, so be able to hurt, but it's just would you be able to finish it, and would you be able to take what's coming back at you? I think that's a good fight. If I had to pick that fight, though, I'll pick Bud winning that fight um, by probably unanimous decision
Unanimous decision. With Charlo with a puncher's chance.
with a puncher's chance.
Mm, mm. So, I mean, I've been hearing this a lot, that, when we talk about, who got the highest IQ in the game when it comes down to guys like Spence, Crawford, Charlos, to the Canelos and stuff like that, you see that there's more holes in Charlo than all the names I mentioned right there.
You trying to talk me into a box? I mean, I don't. Out of all the guys that we just named,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Spence has holes in his game that we know was we seen each hole
Oh,
picked
yeah, yeah,
apart.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to exploit those holes in his game. I mean, I think uh I don't know, man. It's Styles makes fights, and people hates to hear that because they want to know can somebody just beat everybody. But Styles really make fights like just the way you stand
Hmm.
can change the way a fight looks.
How
Like,
much weight you put on it and what foot.
yeah, how much weight you put on it, the jab. If I fight somebody and I have a great jab, right, and they can't defend the jab, I'm gonna jab him and he's not gonna be able to touch me.
Then you're going
You
to
know
be
what I
able to
mean?
do other things
If
with
you
it.
can't defend the jab against Devin Haney, you're going to be in trouble all night long. He's going to jab and jab and jab. He's not going to get tired of jabbing. You know what I'm
But
saying?
if you could take away David Haney's
Now,
jab,
say you could take away his jab.
you might have a field day in there.
You might, if you can get close and you can land your body shots, he might be. he might be susceptible. But just because you could do that to Devin Haney, don't mean that you could do that to somebody who doesn't rely on their jab as much. What about somebody who relies on counterpunching? Now you coming in and you getting countered. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? You got a guy who's more laid back and trying to run you into something more than the lead jab.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that doesn't mean that person can beat Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
Styles really makes fights in this game. Look how easy that Bernard Hopkins beat Antonio Tarver,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and how
You
much
know, you
difficult.
break things down pretty good. You know, you should definitely consider being an analyst. You know what I'm saying?
I thought about it. I thought about it like earlier this year.
Yeah,
I thought about it.
yeah.
I got.
I know you got like the mean look, but if they listen to you talk, you're articulate, brother. Like,
Nah,
uh,
I think that the way that boxing is, you never know. Like, if you look how easy Bernard Hopkins beat Tarver, you know what I mean, and then how much difficulty Bernard had the first time fighting Jones, and and then how much difficulty Tarver gave
Jones,
Jones. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could do it all day long with Ali and the Frazier and the Foreman.
and that styles make
You
fights.
or the Oscars and the Vernon and the Vernon Forrest, and you know what I'm saying, the Shane Mosley's, like the Winky, right? You can do that all day. Um, Styles really make fights. So it's as much as you want to say this person is, more holes, that hole that he has might not even matter against somebody. You know what I mean? Mel might have a hole in his game that might not even matter if he fought Terrence Crawford, but he might be an 8 up if he fought Earl. You know what I mean? So we gotta be careful. You know what I mean? Look how easy that way George Foreman just dismantled Frazier every single time they fought. But for some reason, when Frazier fought Ali, he gave him the hardest fight of his life.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? You gotta look at them things. You gotta history repeats itself. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, it's not a guarantee just because I think it's rumored that Earl was been beating up Charlo in the gym. I don't know, but just because that might be it. That might, even if that's the case, even if that's been the case all along, that does not mean that Charlo does one thing that bothers Crawford. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. No, I 100%. Because sometimes you know how to neutralize certain things, but
And
sometimes
I've
you don't
been
know how
and
to
I've been in the
neutralize.
ring with some guys. I've been in the ring with some lesser guys, and I'm
Yeah,
like, why is this guy giving me a hard time? He's not even.
yeah, yeah. A
It's
hundred.
like he's not even like that. Like, why is he giving me?
Yeah, and we like that.
It's like, I see guys like uh that are really really good, and I'm able to do certain things to him. Like, why the hell am I having a problem with him though?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Yeah.
Um, everybody make sure you guys smash the like button. My brother's been giving out gems here. My next prediction, you've been in the ring in a real fight with David Benavidez, and you're in the Canelo camp right now. And this is the fight that people want to see. How do you see that shit playing out? Styles make fights, but you in the middle.
um, it's a good fight. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think Benavidez will be able to. I don't. I wasn't the type. I didn't. Anything that Benavidez hit me with wasn't nothing major. So if I'm breaking that down, I don't think that he will be able to just one shot hurt um Canelo Alvarez.
he hasn't hurt nobody with one shot yet. Anyway,
No, we've seen some fights. He was fucking Lemieux up.
yeah, but he's hitting you with a whole bunch of punches though.
Yeah, well, he likes to throw more than one.
Yeah,
But I'm saying he wasn't able to hurt me with anything that he threw. I don't care if he threw 1,000 of them, he wasn't hurting me. But like, put a point where I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? Um, so
does
I
he
don't
got
think
that? Does he got the IQ to stand with a guy like that though? Like, now maybe not toe to toe, but
it's a good fight. It's a
it's a
good
good.
fight. Um, all right. I haven't thought about it enough. I'm trying to give you a thought process going through my mind right now. Going in a fight with Benavidez, in the first few rounds, was 8 things I was able to do. I was able to back him up, and push him. I was actually able to push him. So physical strength. Um, I was able to push Benavidez back. Canelo,
Are you pushing Canelo back or what?
that's a lot harder. It's a lot harder.
Yeah, he's more of a stud.
Yeah, I mean his body is definitely harder. Pause.
Right.
But
Super pause.
super pause. But he's more density. He's more dense
Yeah.
person. I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to watch the fight. I mean, you got to give me time for that prediction. But I think that for right now, I would say Canelo wins that fight off of experience and ability to win rounds.
Mm.
That's why he knows so much in there. He I think he'll be able to run Benavidez into some things, and I think he'll win the flashier punches.
Okay.
I think Benavidez will keep the pressure on Canelo, but pressure doesn't seem to bother Canelo.
Right.
Um, I think you have to be super patient when you're fighting a guy like Canelo, and I don't think that would have that.
Mm.
Um, so I don't. But if I had to pick right now, I'll pick Canelo.
Well, then here's another one. Another two guys he shared the ring with: Boo Boo Andres and Canelo Alvarez. I mean, Boo Boo Andres and Benavidez.
They
Possibly
supposed to be
happening
fighting, right?
overseas. Supposedly, supposedly hasn't been a signed deal yet, but it's in the works.
He's saying Canelo cardio hasn't been great. I just told you we did 12
Yeah.
rounds, and,
You
and,
Coda,
and
Coda, make sure you press play into this interview right back again, and he'll tell you everything about the cardio
yeah,
part.
yeah. So Canelo was training in San Diego for the last few years. He's now training in Truckee. The elevation is high, and we've been sparring 4 minute rounds, and he's been with multiple guys. His cardio looks great right now. If that
Four
if
minute
that
round,
his
four
car
minute
his
rounds, 12 of them.
his cardio looking great right now. That's what I would
Mm.
say. If that helps anybody's bets. Um. Uh.
Boo Boo and Benavidez though.
That's a good fight. I've sparred with Andre when I was 19 though.
Okay.
Those were actually the first camp that I ever been to, world class camp I've been to.
Yeah, that was
Um,
when he was at his peak.
yeah. I don't know how much more he has. I know he's getting older. I think that Benavidez is
35.
more has more tenacity. He's been in there with the better fighters. I think that Benavidez wins the fight. Probably. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of punches thrown. That's gonna make it fun. Because one thing that Demetrius is gonna do, he's gonna let his hands go. But I think that we're gonna have a fight where we see Benavidez coming down the stretch, winning the fight.
Does he let him go more than Caleb?
Who?
Uh, Boo Boo, or
Yeah.
are they kind of around the same punch
No,
range?
no. I think he has more punch volume.
You got more volume?
Yeah, yeah, Demetrius has more punch volume, I think, than Caleb.
Because sometimes he just lets it coast
But I
in the
don't think
mid
I don't
round.
think that it's weird. Like, so I don't. No, I don't. I think he's a small. As he's a smaller man. I don't see him beating Benavidez. I don't see him beating a lot of. I don't see him beating Caleb. I don't
Hmm.
see him. I can see
Being
him. Maybe Jamal.
moving up, a guy that's moving up into the weight class, but not a
Yeah.
morale. Maybe not even a morale.
Nah, I don't see him beating those. Burrell's coming down the pike right now, looking good.
Yeah, definitely one of the best prospects that PBC got right now. So is that an intriguing fight? Like when it comes down to Boo Boo and Benavidez, like does
It's
it
an,
go the
it's a more
distance?
it's a more intriguing fight than if he fought Caleb, because Caleb was outboxing um
Mm.
at this stage in the career. But
That goes 12.
what
Does that go 12 for Andres? I mean, this is his biggest fight of his career right now.
I don't I think that Andre's going to fight hard. It could go 12. I mean, it can go 12. I can see him getting stopped late.
Right.
It can go 12.
Mm. And then that would obviously be a nice setup fight for Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Caleb definitely got to get that Maul fight for sure. But it seems to me Maul might get a crack at a Canelo first. It's just a better storyline if you think about matchmaking.
Come on.
Everybody,
I don't know what's
everybody took an
yeah,
L from Canelo type deal.
I don't know what's going on with Jamal. We don't really. We don't really
Right.
know, and it's something that we don't. You know what I mean? I don't like talk about because it's mental health and talking about somebody's well being. You know, I've seen some episodes on live that was kind
Yeah, you don't kick a man
of
while he's down.
uncomfortable. That was seeing I've seen on live where he's seems like he's not okay. Yeah, I don't kick the man while he's down, so I don't want to talk. I don't see Mo as even a prospect to fight anybody right now because he's not even fighting right now. So
True, true. Um, Doing a little bit of pad work with Rodney Shields, but that don't really cut it at the end of the day, right?
that's not boxing. That's just
That's
anybody can do pad.
it,
Every boxer that ever box does a little pad work here and there.
right, exactly. But are you training every single day?
And
Is the
just being having the right mental fortitude to fight.
yeah, yeah.
Somebody asked about bringing Boots into sparring for. I don't think that you should bring Boots into spar for. I think it's too much work
For who?
for Spence to get that kind of work. That's a fight because Boots doesn't spar.
He don't. That's what I was about to say. It's like you
You
about to
know?
hurt that boy, and now he don't. He gonna be discouraged a little bit more. Imagine getting beat twice. Like that's what happened with Rolly. If you really think about it, right? He got knocked out by Davis, and then he got knocked out by a sparring partner, and then he went back into there with an old man.
Yeah,
It kind of does something to.
it kind of really. It kind you can start reeling a little bit. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
that's good. I don't really know what to do with the Spence situation. I don't. I don't really know what he should do different. I don't. I would be I would hate to if the rumors are true. I would hate to take that coaching job. I wouldn't know what to actually do to change to get him in that competitive in that fight.
And it's like there's so much media talking about like he has thrown away Derek James. I don't really believe that. My sources say that's not true.
I don't believe that either. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Somebody said I'm not saying that sparring is all right. I don't think I can understand. Boost is at the top of his game and he's in a mode where he's not sparring. He's fighting. And if he got a name like Earl and he went to camp with Earl, he'll be fighting Earl. It would be proving something. You know what I mean? It would be more so proving something. He wants to fight Earl.
Hmm.
He wants to fight those guys. He hasn't got the fight yet. He will be going down
He
there to
really
show.
wants marquee
He,
names at the end of the day.
they talked a little trash to each other. He'll be down there to show like this is why you shouldn't have been in the
This
ring.
is this is what would have happened.
Yeah, and if you don't fight me, at least you know now.
Yeah, now you know that you just you ducked a good one. You know,
Mm,
you dodged a bullet.
yeah, that's what I mean. There will be too much bad intentions in the sparring.
100%. I agree too. It sounded good right when you read the headline. Like it sounds good, and then you think about it for a second. You're like, nah, that's not good at all. That's not
Yeah,
good at all. Um, but nevertheless, breaking down some fights that were Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson. Um, a fight that hasn't really been fully it's not really like a fight yet because they're ironing out. Frank told me that they're ironing out the money situation for him right now. So, but they did say that it's not going to go on purse bid. So they agreed on something.
yeah.
So, talk to me about that fight. Shakur Stevenson, Frank Martin. Who needs this fight more?
I think they both need it equally as much as they're both looking for guys to fight them, and it's harder for them to get fights right now. They both. This is a great position for both of those guys. I do think Shakur wins easily.
Is it a lose-lose situation for Shakur though?
No, because this is gonna get people gonna watch this fight,
Yeah,
and he needs the viewership. He needs to get his popularity up so that the other fights make sense.
I
And a
like
great,
that.
yeah, I mean, this type of fight right here, people are gonna the boxing fans are gonna watch, and we're gonna
Yeah.
show up, and we're gonna be like, oh snap, we want to see this. You know what
And
I'm
the
saying?
Errol Spence casuals too, because they're all rooting
Yeah, I mean,
for Martin.
it's almost like a Bud Earl too.
Similar too, right? The kids, you know.
Yeah, the kids. They're not kids. They ain't kids,
They,
but the
yeah,
younger
Martin
guys.
ain't no kid either. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's not a kid. The younger. I mean, the less established fighter.
Right, right,
But
right. I'm
yeah,
I'm 30. I'm 35, man. So
I think
I
that
remember being that age.
you still look 35. But I think that I think Shakur Has too many weapons and too much. He knows too much.
Mm,
You
mm.
know, much.
You think it has to do with the amateur pedigree?
Maybe, or he's. I think Shakur is just special. I don't know what it is. He just does some things really, really, really good. He does some things really, really, really good, and he's getting better.
Everybody that tells me that they sparred him, they like, yo, he weird. I don't know why he that good. Like, something
Yo,
wrong with him.
he's he's really, really good. He's really, really good, man. That's exactly deeper toolbox. I think he'll be able to pull some things out. We seen Frank just struggle.
With Artem.
Yeah, and that was a bad struggle. Struggle real bad. He had to pull that out. He had to put everything out.
I think Al Heyman pressed the zapper button on the.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
But
shit.
but Shakur got some weapons and he's smiling, but he mean. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. He
You know what I
he he's
mean?
a demon.
Yeah. I
He,
started boxing. I started boxing in Newark, New Jersey.
oh yeah,
Yeah, we probably don't remember, but we was in the gym one time. He's a little younger than me, so one time I was in the gym. Mike Perez, you remember Mike Perez from Jersey?
I do, I
We
do.
was in the gym at Lopez Gym, and Shakur was there. And he might have been a little bit younger, and it was him. Remember Alan Dewdrop?
Allen,
Alan Dewdrop. He used to be really, really good amateur.
I don't know if I remember. Maybe by face. Maybe by
Man,
face.
he used to be really good. Had a bunch of national champions, but he was in the gym that day too. It was a cool day to be at the gym.
Lit, 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 lit. So you see, obviously stylistically, we got two southpaws. One kind of filled in his man strength. The other, obviously, just a lot more. Yeah, he got a deeper bag, but he's been in this stage before. Even in the amateurs, a lot more experience than Frank. But does Frank have a chance in this fight? And you said it was easy, right? And I interviewed Zab. Zab said that Shakur stops him. Do you see a stoppage? I don't see a stoppage. Do you see a stoppage?
I don't know how much better Shakur has gotten, but every time I see him, he get a little bit better. So
He
I
gets
would,
worked. He works hard.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like the dude's getting better. He's learning things even at the level that he's at, and it's crazy that you learning things at a hybrid level. Like you can see it.
It's that bud. It's that bud syndrome. It's rubbing off on him.
Yeah, maybe I think these guys need to hurry up and fight Shakur. Before it gets a little out of hand. Because he's getting better. He's getting better. He's getting better every fight, man. Really. He's a fun guy to watch. He's a fun guy to watch fight. He's really hard to hit. He's aggressive. He steps. And people don't like his style, but he's throwing a lot of punches. He's stepping. He's always in punching range. He's always doing something to distract you. He's always in. He's always out. He switches the way his punch routine is. It's not just 1, 2, 3. It's not just 2, 3. It's up and down. It's side to side. He's using the whole ring. He's making you not want to punch anymore. He's having fun. He's the full
Using
package.
angles.
He's a full package when you're talking about a boxer. You know what I mean? He has a lot of ability. You know what I mean? That he can rely on. Where some guys, don't got this as deep of a toolbox. He can pull out a fucking some shit you never even seen. You didn't even know that was a tool. You didn't even know you could do that. You
Right.
know.
But this is boxing at the end of the day, and we know this is him, his second
No,
fight.
no, no. The
I don't
Frank got
think
a shot, a puncher's chance. Frank has ability. Frank has ability and does some things well. And can Frank look like he can punch a little bit?
he's
But
athletic.
yeah, I mean, could he land a shot? Yeah, but he could. He could do it. I would not bet on it. I would not lose my money that night.
Yeah, me neither. I'm definitely not betting that way anyway. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, I would not
uh,
bet.
your opinion? Should this happen in New York or Vegas?
New York, because I'm gonna be the East Coast anyway. I can just drive up, and I don't
That's
feel like
why
taking.
I
I
said the
don't feel
same
like getting
shit.
on the plane. I don't feel like getting. I'm tired of West Coast middle for a minute. Let that shit be right up the street.
Yeah, man. We need to get the big room popping, man. Like for
Yeah,
real.
yeah, put that joint in the Madison Square Garden or something, or if y'all want, you know what I'm saying?
And if they're trying to bank on the gate, what do you think about the gate though? I mean, does it sell equally as good? Gate wise,
Well, if the
because it's
fight's in New York, then it's a Shakur fight.
correct.
North New Jersey is
20
30
minutes away.
minutes. Yeah, yeah. You're right there. Um, it's a Shakur fight. It's gonna do good gate.
Right.
Um,
But does it Vegas 20,000 people?
Where's Frank from?
Texas?
Can't fight. You can't.
Dallas?
He doesn't have enough pull to fight at the fight's not big enough to fight at the Cowboys. But I mean, if if Frank is not worried about it being a pro crowd, it can happen in New York. But if he's worried and that's one of his concerns and something that Shakur is willing to give away, then the fight will be in Vegas. I feel like that's maybe that's the talks. Maybe that's the conversation they're having. Like, hey, I want to fight somewhere neutral. I'll give you everything you want. Give me this money. Well, if you want more money, we got to fight in New York. Maybe that's the kind of conversations that they're having.
I don't even think they could have that conversation after Top Rank took that fight anyway.
But it might have been in negotiations of them
True.
taking the fight. Frank
True.
didn't go. Frank doesn't go over there by himself. Frank goes over there with his advisors and Al Heyman.
True. But last
So
time Frank,
it's not just Top Rank, do what you want with me. You know what I mean? When you got a guy coming over, he got representation. It's gonna be some talks and some things that's gonna have to be done to make sure that the fighter on this side is comfortable.
true. But if I was Top Rank and I'm trying to build my fighter and promote my fighter, I would want him to be a household name in New York City because the tickets for Newark versus in New York are going to be a lot higher, and you want to be able to get that fan base to want to spend that bread and get them used to spending that bread, and you get more casual fans as well in New York City as well. You know,
Yeah.
more stars, the whole nine, bro.
Listen, if a fight's in New York, I'm gonna be there. I'm pro New York. I'm not saying don't have it in New York. I'm saying that some negotiation talks could be happening to why it could be in Vegas. Would I rather it be in New York? Yeah, I'm tired of all
I
these
love
Vegas fights.
boxing. Houston,
Tired of
It
flying.
will definitely not happen in Houston.
It's not happening.
Definitely.
I don't want to I don't want to fly over. The fight's not big enough for me to fly over to go to the fight. But if it's in
Nah.
New York, I'm going. But if it's in New York, I'm going.
Right, because you got New York. You could add Shushu on the card. You could add who else? You could add all the Keyshawn if you want, because Keyshawn hasn't headlined yet. Um, you could fill that up. You know, add a Tiger Johnson in there. Yeah, man, that's that. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? You could have that little Top Rank special there. Um, I need it to happen in New York though, for real, for real. I need to happen in New York for sure. You can add the Xander Zayas in there, whatever. Um,
He said,
but
"Do
no,
whatever, just get it done."
just get it done, man. Get it done. Get it done. Now Shakur gets this win. This is what I was talking about on the live earlier on Instagram. I said, if Frank Martin can get a split decision L, right? A loss, right? Say he loses by split decision. I think his stock goes up.
Oh, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
now we're adding a potential Gervonta Davis fight with him for a measuring stick of the big lightweight mega fight down the line.
I
Shakur
mean,
Stevenson and Tank Davis.
you're a
That's the
dreamer.
measuring.
I mean, you're.
Come on.
I mean, look.
Easy to make. They're already doing the hard part right now. Getting Top Rank to PBC just gave Top Rank that fight just so Frank can get a title shot and popularity, so that way Frank
All
can
right,
go
I'm
to
gonna get
ESPN, get the following from the ESPN, win or lose. Come on, son.
ready. I'm gonna give you some that you didn't think about,
Okay.
and it's gonna hurt your feelings a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Remember Sean Porter went over on Fort Terrence Crawford.
Yep.
He went over to Top Rank. What was that fight after? Who fight before that?
Sean Porter. Who did Sean Porter fight? After Terrence Crawford, he
No,
retired.
before.
He fought on PBC. He fought Spence.
No, he fought. Then he fight. He fought Ugas.
No, he fought
He fought
Ugas
Ugas.
early in his career.
He fought Ugas. Then he fought Spence,
You're
right?
talking about Spence.
No,
Spence fought Ugas.
no. Ugas and then Spence. He fought Ugas and then he fought Spence and lost. and then went 4-10.
Nah. He fought Ugas probably in his ninth or seventh fight earlier in his career.
What I'm trying to get at is this: he went over the fort when PBC were kind of done with him,
With who?
and if they could steal a win from Terrence Crawford, then we'll take that. But it was a situation with Sean.
Yep.
Like, all right, Sean, go over there because you lost some fights over here. Just get your if you can win a fight, your marketability comes back up. Maybe you get another fight with Spence. Frank just had a really tough fight.
He had a Showtime deal. He didn't have a PBC deal. Sean.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is PBC will give you something if like can get something out of it, but it's not giving you their best A1 guy.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we'll give you
Look
a
what
Danny.
Al did with Haney. He said go to Top Rank and get those belts from Cambosis. Come back to Daddy after.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to explain to you is PBC is not going. PBC won't do this with Javante. He's not going to go fight on top. Javante Davis is not
He
fighting
make
on
too
the
much
top rank
money.
card.
You talking about the cash cow? Why would he do
He's
that? Why would
not.
he do
But
that?
okay, so Frank Martin, he struggled, showed some vulnerability.
He ain't making
Let's
no money yet
let's see if you know what, Frank. Go over there, go see if you can win this fight. And if you do,
to
we
get a
got something for
title.
you. We got something for you over here. We got you a
Yeah.
big Javante Davis fight over here. So go over there, risk it, and come back.
All right, but I said that already.
No, but listen. Listen. What I'm trying to say.
All right.
That does not mean PBC is working with Top Rank. That means PBC is giving a pawn. And if he takes the queen, if he can take the queen, you know what I'm saying. If he,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I get it.
Not even a pawn, maybe a knight,
A night. Okay.
and risking it. But you're not giving this queen up,
Okay.
Javante. No, we're gonna give you the knight. But we could lose that though. You see what I'm saying? It won't happen as easy as what I'm saying. Javante will not fight.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If Cambosis gets a title again, we'll
And then
revisit
think
that.
and then think
We'll
about
revisit that.
and then think about this. And then think about this, right?
Yeah.
You see how good they did with Spence and Crawford?
Mm-hmm. 650, 700.
No. I'm talking about the planning. How they was able to get Crawford out his deal, get Crawford at the end of his career,
They
now make
didn't
him fight.
get Crawford's deal was already out the table. Remember, he went to Black Brian
No, but they
one
were
fight.
able to prolong it long enough for he wanted to come on the side across the street, come over, fight for PBC now, make money at the end of your career where you worth most of the money.
But you remember he was in meetings with everybody. He was in meetings
But
with
they got the fight without getting Bob Arum involved.
yeah. He was out the picture already. His contract was up.
They're gonna do the same thing with Shakur. Is what I'm saying. They're gonna try to get Shakur to get out his contract with them and get a fight that he always wanted
I
on the side.
agree with you on that. I agree
It
with you.
won't be. I
But
don't think it's going to be a co-telecast. I don't think that it's going to be
I never
Top
said
Rank.
that. Oh, I never said that.
I think that it's going to be Shakur last couple fights, and he's going to go over
Oh
to
yeah.
PBC try to get the fights done.
Oh yeah. Why you think he did that pad work with Mayweather? You didn't think they had some
Yeah,
conversations and shit?
yeah. And I think a little bit of it is remember he said a little something about Showtime, and Steven Espinosa said something. You see
What was
that?
that?
Steven Espinosa.
Espinosa.
Remember he said something to Shakur about it not being his show because he was mad about.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
That can have some difficulties too. It might make some apologies might have to be made. That can make it a little difficult. Some egos struck right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. True. Just because he wasn't on the video.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. You're right about that. You
but
definitely.
the good thing is we know Shakur wants to fight, but he got to
Mm.
get out. But if he like just like Earl, I mean just like Terrence, he gonna get out that contract. And let me tell you something else.
Talk to me.
Guess who's telling him that? But
Oh
but it's
yeah.
but it's telling him like, yeah, you gonna get out that Top Rank contract, come right over to PBC. He gotta be telling him that 'cause that's what he did. Well, why wouldn't you tell him something why wouldn't you tell your little brother to follow your advice?
But Jay Prince already told him that.
Yeah, so
Jay Prince already let him know when I did my interview with Shakur, I got those feelings. I asked a question that was very political, and he's a young kid, so he was trying to answer it in the best way he could possibly do it.
You wrote. I would say you real good at this. You real good at this interview and stuff. Cause you get me to talk about a lot of stuff. I don't talk boxing gossip, but you gotta be gossiping over here. You know I don't talk boxing gossip. You know I never always stay away from it. I don't like this shit. But you got me over here gossiping a little
You
bit.
know
Like,
who I got gossiping to that don't like it? Breadman.
dude, really?
I
I
had
ain't
Breadman talking shit
yo.
after the J Rock fight. Yo, he was going crazy.
Yeah, man, you got me over here gossiping a little. I hate this shit because I feel like all this
But you
shit don't mean
comfortable.
nothing.
But you
All this
comfortable.
shit, all this shit don't fucking mean nothing. It's just it's just talk. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, we get all the fights that we want. I mean, this year was a great year for boxing. When you're talking about high profile fights,
What I was wrong. I mean, the last for when I look at box rec on Sean Porter, Ugas, I guess he fought Ugas, Errol Spence Jr.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, then he fought Sebastian Formella, then Terrence Crawford. I thought it was his ninth fight or some shit, to be honest with you.
Told you. You ain't want to listen to me.
Yeah. So Ugas was always in the mix at the end of these guys' careers, I see.
Yeah,
But
yeah, Uga. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they start to see some trends of difficulties, and they'll let you go over there and go try to steal one. It's like a steal one. It's almost like they don't really, you don't have to go fight over there on a top rank card. We don't really think you can win, but if you pull it off, you are a guy.
yeah, you win. It's a win. It's a win-win kind of. No,
It's
is
a
it a
win.
win-win? It's a
It's a win-win because because Frank needs this kind of fight, and they're giving him a permission slip to go over the top rank and go for it.
I
And
I still think if he loses, he's a way more popular guy. Like
it
I
depends.
said,
It depends how he loses.
exactly. If he can get a split decision and actually win rounds, you know what I'm saying? They say Shakur hasn't lost a round in the pros yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen him lose around the pros.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You fuck around and lose 4 rounds.
Man, I seen Jamel Herring train for Shakur. I was at the gym whenever this was the time I was with
I was talking with him yesterday.
and bro, he was looking good in the gym. He
Yeah.
was looking good in sparring. He was looking good in his runs. He was looking good the whole time. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm like he might be able to get some still little something. Bro, I'm looking like he couldn't do nothing with that boy. He couldn't do nothing. And it just goes to show you that he's
Now
a
he a top ranked meme.
yeah, well, they post him, but I hate to see that because Jamel, he's such a good guy, man. He's a good
He's
guy.
such a good guy.
Well,
Then
it's not
they post the meme and then he's doing commentary for them and shit.
it's not as that many people as good as a person as Jamel. He's a good person, man.
He definitely is a good person. I like him a lot. He's been showing me a lot of love on Twitter and a whole bunch of shit.
He said
Um,
Shakur ain't fight nobody. That's why he ain't losing around. Listen,
oh,
okay.
you gonna let him have it? You gonna let him have it? Get him, get him. Sometimes I gotta do
I
it just
hate
for that.
talking about boxing about people that don't know about boxing. All
Mm.
right, so look, he didn't fight Jamel Herring. Jamel Herring, we're gonna just go. We're gonna start with Jamel. Jamel Herring won a world title, and when he lost the world title, he was one of the longest reigning world titleists at the time when Shakur took it from him. Shakur beat that boy every round and stopped him very easily. Who else Shakur fought? Shakur fought Oscar
Oscar Valdez.
Valdez. Oscar Valdez is an Olympian. Oscar Oscar Valdez is a at the time was he undefeated?
He was undefeated
Undefeated. He was
and
training. He trained with Eddie Renner, so he was looking
and
great. He just knocked out Burchett, like,
which was the boogeyman of the division at the time.
and that boy couldn't win around from him.
And he's even beat people with a broken
If you
jaw.
don't know the fighters he's fighting, you're not watching boxing, and that's okay too. That's all right. You watch it on your free time on your
Yeah.
and that's cool because a lot of guys. That's how we keep boxing alive. I need everybody watching, but don't say things like he ain't fight nobody. Ain't win around. First of all, a journeyman can win around off you. a journeyman dropped Andre Ward. Anybody can get around off you. That boy
Mhm.
haven't lost. That boy hasn't lost a round yet. That's special. That's not an easy thing to do.
Nah, I remember talking to his grandfather. He in his I think he had like 80 something fights as an amateur with like a handful of losses. And his first, I think it was his first 16 fights as an amateur. He didn't lose a round either.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I said, he's commenting again.
and
If you don't
Robisi
under,
Barrios beat him. And he's a great fighter. He's a champion right today.
yeah,
So
if you don't understand, if you understand what I'm trying to say, then I mean, we're not talking at the same level of boxing. But there's not, it's not, it's easy. For a great fighter, it might be good for, it might be expected for him to win every fight. And maybe win every fight easy, but not losing a round is not something that you see common, and you should respect it, and you should know it's somebody special when you're watching it. You know what I mean?
now, when we talk about the mega fight at lightweight, you know what I'm saying. But before we even get into that, Haney and Shakur going Twitter crazy, right? They going Twitter crazy, right? Um, how do you see that fight playing out? I think you got Shakur. I know I got Shakur.
How you gonna tell me what you think I got? Yeah, I got yeah, I got Shakur. Tell me what I got.
now you gotta elaborate.
Nah,
Sometimes you
okay.
gotta be careful.
I think Shakur is just a little better. Just a little better.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. I think I think sometimes in boxing a little looks like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a little better, and I think on the night of the fight you'll see like a 9-3,
9-3 round.
9-3
Round.
fight, nine
Okay.
three.
So that's not too close. And in the same time,
Not bad though. He showed up.
yeah, he showed up. That's a good night. So if Frank can win 3, then he's good. Um, so that being said, the 25%.
Nah, I'm not Shakur's man. It's me and Shakur. We not really tight. We not tight. You feel me? That's not what this is about. I respect boxing. I
Yeah.
see it and I watch it, but you'll see it when you watch the fights. I gotta be honest. You know what I mean? I'm not the. You know what I mean? Like I said, I know a lot of fighters in the game. I'm not just saying. You know what I mean? Shakur is one of them special guys. When you watch and you see him dissect things that he do, he's special. You gotta respect the special. Like I said, me and him is we not tight and nothing like that. We haven't even ran into each other. Like we know we got mutual friends, but we have never kicked it. So
So when I asked Sugar Shane Mosley if they offer you a 25% and the guy that's in front of you is just as good as you or you better than him and you just as popular as him, that means you don't want the fight. And then if you ask me for 30%, that means you still don't want the fight. What you think about that?
so you talking about the Shakur and Haney situation, right?
Absolutely.
Um,
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like
I don't
button.
know. I don't know. What would you want me to say? I don't know. I don't know what else happened in negotiations. I don't know what else we wanted. I'm like getting into, like I said, you be having me gossiping on here, but I don't really like gossiping.
It's real gossip though. It's real boxing shit that people go
I
through.
mean,
Just
I
happens to
don't
be it's
know.
not your career.
30% of what?
30% of what?
Because
That's smart.
and you know what I'm saying? Like 25% of what?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You've had only
these guys.
one fight on pay per view.
You talking about Haney, who don't pull in great numbers, and Shakur, who hasn't pulled in great numbers yet. Um, Fighting each other. The Loma and the Haney fight didn't do great.
No,
So say the fight did 2 million, 25%, 2 million. Do the math. What is that?
2 million, 25%. We're talking about 500,000.
Is that enough money to fight?
Mm-mm.
Maybe it was 3 million. You know, maybe they get the first split was 3 million, and they can split that. It's,
Well, that's
is
I
the
did I
is
did I
the
did that shit all wrong because I did that shit. What's the percentage of 2 million? But we got to talk about each point is probably $80, right?
what you mean?
Because it's the pay per view. Pay-per-views
I
are
mean,
age.
it's. I mean, how does the purse bids work when it comes to? How does the bids work when you're fighting?
Well, that's the back end.
When you do a purse bid.
Yeah, so they get the guarantee, and then the percentages in the back end.
So you get some of the gate, maybe. I mean, the fight ain't gonna do great numbers right now. So I think they're banking on like the fight ain't gonna do that great numbers. You talking about 25%? I can go get that fight in somebody else.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You talk about Cambosos and Teofimo. Teofimo was a bigger star when Cambosos went and took that 25%. You know,
So if that was $80 a pop, 500,000, we're looking at around 40 million.
no, we talking about the pay per view buys.
Yeah, say if it was 2 million pay-per-view buys at 25% at $80 a pop.
They ain't selling that shit for $80. Hey, Mayweather.
What the fuck? How much are these pay-per-views? I've been paying $80, bro.
I ain't been paying shit. So, I,
I know the the Loma and Devin Haney was like 55.
yeah. So it's gonna be
Tax was 60.
$50. So it's gonna be $55.
Okay. Okay.
So it'll be $55. We really in our gossiping bag right now. Like this is got yo. This is we talking. You got me over here counting niggas money, man.
Yeah.
Like this is crazy.
30,000. I know 30,
Yo,
30 million, 30 million. But I got you. I feel you. We're over exaggerating.
yeah, I mean, I don't. The point that I'm trying to make is I don't think 25% of what they will make allures Shakur enough, and I think that he feel like it's another route where he can get the same result in the fights that he wants the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the Frank Martin was on the table. He thought about that a little bit. You know,
Why?
maybe keep come around that corner.
My thing is like, why did we even do 2 million? You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy.
Because you was over here
Because you
trying to
said
like
it. I listened to what you said. That's just what it was. I
yo,
don't know
you over
why.
here gossiping,
I should
man.
have thought more. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here talking to the
You got
fighter,
shit.
not the promoter.
You
You
got
know
me
what I'm
over
saying?
here gossiping.
Oh shit. So now that being said, whatever the case may be, I know who you choosing. I rather get into like the levels of guys and who you believe is going to win and stuff like that. But this fight right here, you know what I'm saying? Um, with Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson, that's my fight that I need to happen because I have some doubts. I
You'll
have
see it.
questions
You'll
about
see it
that.
6 years. 6 years.
6 years from now?
6 years.
6 years from now?
Yeah.
So Tank's gonna take it at 34 years old.
They're gonna be fighting at 147.
So
140.
Tank's taking this at 34 years old, is what you're saying.
I'm saying this is the last. This is their last fights. This is a couple
It's
of their last fights.
definitely their last fights for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like takes. Yeah. Damn, I'm getting old. 6 years. I'm gonna be 34.
I'm gonna be 41. Holy shit.
Um,
That don't happen 6 years though, Kyrone. That happens more like 4 years.
yeah, I know you're gonna say that, but then it's gonna come right around 6 years. It's gonna and the time gonna fly like it always do. And we're gonna be like, man, we've been asking for this fight and all these years. And then people gonna be like, is it past its prime though? Do we still want to see it? And then we're gonna be like, yeah, we want to see the shit. And then we're gonna watch the shit and we're gonna get what we get.
Right.
We're gonna get what that's
You
how
gonna have
fucking happens in
you gonna have
boxing.
twins. You gonna have twins. I'm gonna have some triplets and shit. Like,
Yo, think about how this shit happened. Like with Earl and Terrence, how many years you waited? For Pacquiao and Mayweather, how many years you waited?
don't even
For
talk about it.
we want to talk about this shit. You know, when I woke up and Pacquiao and Mayweather was fighting, I said a prayer. I was so happy that fucking fight happened, bro. That's all I wanted for years. You know what I mean? That's all I wanted for years.
The wackest fight too.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
It was all right.
I think Mayweather did a masterclass. I like seeing Mayweather do his thing. So I'm not. I'm not the
I
type
mean,
of fighter.
reminded me of De La Hoya and Mayweather a little bit.
De La Hoya with Mayweather a little more exciting. De La Hoya made it more of a fight. He imposed his will.
Because he was bigger.
Yeah, he imposed his will. When he got on the ropes, he just wouldn't stop punching. He fought him like a girl. Like
Damn. That's gossip right there.
Like he pulled up with him and just wouldn't stop punching him like he cheated or something. Like,
Right.
but and Mayweather like this. I didn't do it. I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? That was
Yo.
a but that was an entertaining fight. Mayweather, that was a good fight, man. You know another fight I could watch? I could watch Mayweather and Hatton. That was a good fight.
You
That was
like
a
that
good fight.
tech hook to the neutral corner?
I
Bang!
just I like the way that Mayweather was able to calm Hatton down because he came out heavy and the fans was yelling. He was able to calm him down and then neutralize him and then stop him. That was a great performance.
Damn, my brother likes one-sided fights. I see you.
No, I just like masterclass fights.
I hear you. I hear you. So how many
Like
times
man,
you watched the Spence and Crawford
I
fight?
knew that was coming.
You watched
I
that
haven't.
shit
I don't like.
15 times.
I didn't like that fight. It was too much. I think that I don't like. Listen, I love boxing, but I hate seeing a guy get beat like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I hate it. One of my favorite guys. You know, I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, but I was born in Jersey. I'm a big Toro Gotti fan, and when Mayweather beat Gotti, I watched that shit one time. I couldn't watch it again. Still, to this day, I haven't watched it again. I hate seeing that fight. I hate seeing a
That's
fight.
abuse. That was
Yeah,
abuse.
yeah, it was. I didn't like that. So same thing with the Crawford and Earl. I watched it a couple times because we was all talking about it and analyzing it. But after that, I'm like, man, this is so bad. Like, I don't. I didn't love the fight.
So
I felt
you
bad.
so
I
you
felt
telling me
bad.
you was a fan of Gotti?
Huh?
You was a fan of Gotti at the time?
What? He's from Jersey City.
Right.
I
So
started boxing in Newark.
check it, right? I'm from Mill City where Mickey Wood's from.
Okay.
They got legendary
Yeah.
fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the reason why they're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, man, that them Jones was crazy. You know what I'm saying? For sure. You definitely right about that. What you think about the 140 division? That shit's a smacking division.
140.
Hell yeah, that's fire. It's probably my favorite one.
Is it?
Come on, man.
We
Think about it.
Ryan Garcia and
That's the first person you gonna name? Really?
I mean he's done the most pay per view buys in essence in everybody in the division.
I got it. I got you. I got you.
You feel me? Put some
I
respect
got
on that. Put some
you.
respect on his name.
Okay, okay. See, you all about the dollars. I see.
Nah, he's the most popular guy in the division now. We got the Rolly Romero, and then you
That
got
next
Devin Haney, Teofimo, and
Yeah,
then you got Regis Progress. Yeah, that is a good division.
but you missed the best one that has probably the most skill in the division.
Promise. Loma Chico? Oh no, Loma Chico 35. Who am missing?
The one that's holding the IBF, Subriel Matias, the Puerto Rican.
Oh well, I watched some fights of his, but I haven't seen with anybody meaningful yet. But he does look really good.
Yeah, don't be
I, but
don't
but
backtrack
I'm
to
not
what you
gonna.
said
No.
earlier.
I haven't just said I haven't seen it. I haven't seen. I've seen him
Beat
do some
Malik
good.
Hopkins down to
Yeah,
the beat.
I've seen some things, but I haven't watched him enough to be super impressed yet. But
Mm-hmm.
he does look like he has the goods, and he's Puerto Rican, so I'm not going. I feel like you're biased.
Nah, you fucking kidding me, bro. Only the people, right? This is when you know that shit gets scary. I interview all the top guys at 140. There's not one person I haven't interviewed the top guys at 140. Every single one of them, besides Ryan, they don't mention this dude's name.
Well, he's not a star in the division yet.
No, they don't want to mention his name, and he got a fucking title.
But he's not a star, and the 140 is just getting hot.
You telling me that put it like this, right? You'll be ranked in the IBF, and you still don't want to fight him because he got that title. Guys, now I'll give it to Richardson Hitchens though. He kept it real with me. He did tell me that he's the top dude, and then Antoine Russell kept it real with me too, saying that Tio and him are the top dudes.
I
But you
think
don't
that
want to
he
mention his
listen.
name because you and I Puerto Rican.
You
I
said that
understand.
you said who the guys you think of at the 140, and he didn't come up to my name because he's not a hot topic. He's a dark horse.
Also, you a casual. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not a casual fan, but you asked me a casual question, so
You said you.
I casually answered.
I casual.
I
That's a
casually
cat.
answered. The first
Yo,
person I said was Ryan Garcia.
exactly.
Hey,
Yo,
yo,
my God.
listen, I think that so he's the next Tito Trinidad.
You see, you funny, right?
I'm
You
asking you a
funny.
question.
I'll tell you right now. Obviously, this big hype with Amanda Serrano, like there's huge hype around her. You know what I'm saying? She has crazy accomplishments. But when we talk about Tito loves Subriel. Tito said he gonna be a welterweight champion as well. You know, Puerto Rico is behind him. I'll tell you right now, Puerto Rico's more behind him than they are with Edgar Berlanga. You casual fans.
I
Because
don't know who. I don't really know who. I listen. Puerto Rico's a great, fun country. I don't really know who's the most star-studded of, and I know Bad Bunny.
there you go. That's why you need to know. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know Bad Bunny.
Because you're a rapper. That's why you go and you look at iTunes and you say who's the hottest guy. Oh shit, he's always there, right? Is that what it is? Right?
Nah, I know. I know. Nah, I think that I think that that division is pretty good. I think that the guy that you're talking about, I think that,
He
I'm
killed
not
the
going.
guy in the ring.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure you knew that.
Yeah, but let's not do that.
I'm not saying like, oh, that's funny. I'm just saying that that's kind of noticeable. Like, who did that? Oh, because there's only a few people that done it. The Crusher has done it, and it's like it stands out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's drama, right?
Um, yeah, yeah. I think that I think that I that's something that I hate to see in boxing. Somebody lose their life.
Oh yeah, of course.
Um, who's he signed with?
He signed with not a big promoter.
Okay, so that's probably the problem why we haven't seen as much as him on on the mainstream stage, and that's probably why people aren't talking about him as much. But he'll get his chance, and he'll be able to make his way, and you know what I'm saying. He's an explosive puncher. I think that
Like a
he
combination punching as well, and the catch and shoot game is
yeah, that's
lit.
what I'm saying. Is he's explosive and he's fast twitch for you know what I'm saying. Like he gets so he's the best in the division.
I'll tell you right now, him and Teo. I think Richardson Hitchens is a special talent as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely, like special talent. I think he beats Haney, to be honest. Um,
I
but
don't. I don't think so. You think everybody beats Haney?
that's not true. That's not true. Like Shakur and Tank, they'll be Haney for sure. And
Who
T.
who who beats who? And Richardson. So Haney beats nobody.
But everybody that I said was like lit. Nah, Haney beats Regis if they fight.
So they asked me if I would I fight Blinga. So uh
You
at
just said fight.
168, when I was 168 for a little split second, even though I was never supposed to be up there, that fight
What's that?
we asked for and they politely said no.
He's
For
denied
whatever.
everybody.
And not him but directly, but his team politely said no. So that's something that you know what I mean, that we cut. But now I'm at 60 and I'm focusing on 16. I'm getting baited up to 168 no more. I'm going to win a one. I'm going to win a 160 world title. So that's what I'm doing.
Think about it, right? Subriel has suffered in his career what you have, but you got two big names in your resume that he don't got, but he
hmm
happens to have a title. Very similar.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we seen this boxing thing it's not a popularity contest. We got good fighters all over the place. Some people get in better positions depending on who they're with, or somehow they get popular. That doesn't mean that you can beat me.
Right, right,
Because you're
right.
more popular, that don't mean you can beat me.
They
But
go, why the sun's still out? Where you at?
I'm in Cali. I'm in
Shit.
Cali.
Cause everyone, he said, cause everyone will be Haney. So what? So like the names I mentioned,
You
you
said
don't.
everybody will be Haney. Yeah, you said that.
No, I'm reading what this person said because
Yeah,
everyone.
but you know he's repeating after you. He listens to you, and apparently he's an avid listener to you, and he watches your show, and he also believes that Haney beats nobody like you.
No, I'm not his
You
dad.
said
He don't
Haney
listen to
loses.
me.
You said Haney loses to Teofimo.
Yeah,
Richard Hutcherson.
damn right. Shakur,
Mati.
absolutely. But
Can he
Theo,
be? Can he, so
but Theo doing some shit.
the only person that he could beat is Ryan Garcia.
He could beat Ryan. He could beat Regis. He could beat Rolly. If he goes down to 135, he could beat guys like Isaac Cruz. He could.
I think Haney beats. I think Haney can beat Tio.
And I get arguments with certain people about it, and I can understand
I'm not
why
saying that
y'all
he. I'm
believe
not
it.
saying he. I'm not saying he will.
Yeah.
I'm saying I could see him beating Tio.
Yeah, and I can see why you see that. You know what I'm saying? But then you could also see why I say Teal, right?
No, I can see why Tio looked great against Josh Taylor.
Right.
So I can see that both ways. I think that's a 50-50 fight.
And on top of it, if we're gonna go about it, a chin has to do with it's not like Devin Haney is no Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? He's Devin Haney. He gets hit more. And if he gets hit by Teal, I think Teal's punching with both hands. And I also believe Teal got a better chin. He's shown dog in his fights.
I think that Haney hits harder than Cambosis.
Maybe.
Cambosis dropped Tio.
That was a flash knockdown.
Well, how many? Well, he can get flashed.
You can get flashed.
He can get flashed. Then I think that he can get flashed.
Nah. But when we talking about all right, whatever you could dish,
I'm
can you
saying I think
receive?
that I'm saying I think Haney has the ability to hurt Tio, and I think Tio has the ability to hurt
Nah,
Haney.
nah. You forced it. You forced it.
I did. You don't think that Haney has the ability to hurt Tio?
Nah, you forced it.
I think so.
Mm-mm. You see the guys that Teal's fighting? You see the guys that he's fighting? You seen that dude Pedro Campa? Boy got some shit. Boy
I,
got some shit.
I'm saying I think that Haney has the ability. I think if Cambosis can hurt Haney, I think that if Cambosis can hurt Tio, then I think that Haney can hurt Tio. I'm not
Yeah.
saying he will, but I'm saying he can. And
Yeah.
I think that the discipline that Haney has, he's gonna apply himself, he's gonna train really hard, he's gonna be on that jab. He's not gonna let that playing around stuff that Tio does. I don't think he'll be able to do with Haney. He has to be dead serious because Haney's gonna be all night being disciplined.
Right. No,
Yeah.
he's gonna be. It's a good fight.
Can he?
That's
Can no, I mean, what makes it? I mean, what makes the fight is because Tio can hurt Haney with he got one punch knockout power. That's what makes it a fight. Fight. The ability is good, but Tio has little
the
short arms.
explosiveness.
He's really has short arms, and he's going. I think he's gonna be troubled by the jab.
See now, if Teal can take away that jab, that's it for Haney.
Well, that's Haney's best punch.
Yeah, but he was able to get over a Lomachenko win without using the jab, which was very impressive to me.
Well, he went to that body.
Yeah,
He was turning
but
them
you're not
well.
doing that with Teal. You're not doing that with Teal. You gonna get hooked. You gonna
Maybe
get hooked. It's gonna be bad.
I think that Tio, that was all devil's advocate,
Hmm.
but it's all devil advocate stuff because I think it's a good fight. But Tio, he throws himself out of position a lot, and
True.
it's something that Lomachenko doesn't do. So it's more opportunities for Haney to land his punches.
Yeah, but I think that another thing that Haney's really good at is his athletic ability. I think that I think that Teal's more athletic. I think we could agree on that. And I think that he gets by a lot because of his size and his athletic ability when you look through his resume.
Do you think that Devin Haney has more mental like ability than Tio?
He does because he gets less frustrated but what I seen in the Lomachenko fight was something that I never got to see in the corner before, which is kind of nervous. And it just seemed to me that Loma wasn't punching to be able to really discourage you. You know, when you getting hit, and it's one thing getting hit and you getting tapped up. It's another thing when someone's hitting you with some shit,
hurting you.
yeah, hurting you. So you put that same, if he could apply that same type of pressure and put him in the corner and do what he did in sparring to Haney when he did it like a long time, like 5 years ago, you're gonna have Bill Haney coming into the ring again. That's all I'm gonna say.
Didn't Tio give up all his belt stuff?
Yeah, he lost him. He lost him to Cambosis.
No, but didn't he have all? Didn't he just beat
He
Josh
beat.
Taylor?
Yep,
And then
he's
what
coming
happened?
back. He's coming back. He
So
was
he just,
going through he was going through a divorce, and you know how it is when you with your shorty and you're like, "Nah, I ain't fighting no more. So let's just get this deal over with." You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? They probably made the deal, and but when he found out when Devin found out that the WBO title was available, he said, "What? Let me campaign with Arnold Barboza for that." Then when Teal got the phone call saying that he gonna take the belt, you got some time to figure out what you gonna do. He came back into the game.
okay.
He's sick of Devin Haney taking his sloppy seconds.
You know a lot about this. You really be thinking that you be doing your homework.
Uh, Not just the homework, bro. Shit, I be watching every little video possible. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like every single one. I seen the video of Devin Haney when he jumped like a basketball player, like 4 feet off the ground when Teofimo lost to Cambosis. When he won against Cambosis, he's like, just give me the belt, so I'll keep it G. Like it was food. It was food. It was a bad time for Teo, and you know boxing. Boxing is about timing as well. Just like how they caught you with so much timing.
So you a super Tio fan?
Not a super Teo fan. I'm a
You
support.
Puerto Rican? Okay, I got it.
He's freaking Honduran. Come on,
Yeah, I
son.
know he Puerto Rican, ain't he?
He ain't Puerto Rican.
Oh, he welcome to the country. Okay, I mean,
No, no, he Honduran, bro. They different. Their whole thing is different over there. You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
I'm fucking with you. Nah, I think that's the 140 is for some reason it's not as interesting to me though.
They
I
got
think it's some.
Antoine Russell Jr. Antoine.
Yeah,
Barry
but
Antoine.
Antoine's on PBC. He ain't getting no fights.
Because he don't want to fight Matias.
Matias is a free agent, right?
Free agent, but he be fighting on Showtime.
Maybe he will. Don't say he won't.
I think that he would take it. Let me take that back. I think he would take it, but I also think that he's in development still.
Yeah, I mean his brother's just smart. They're gonna take his time with him.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I wouldn't rush myself to fight that bull. That's all I'm saying. I'm not rushing to fight him. You know what I'm saying? If I have under 10 fights, nah, I'm good. We'll work our way up there. That's just how the game works, you know. Who else? We got Sandor Martin. Then you got Jose Ramirez, Top Rank.
They call you boxing Illuminati.
Little City Box Illuminati. That's crazy. Shit. I just started so
you might be
you
Illuminati. I
bugging.
ain't gonna
See, come
lie.
on.
You an
No,
industry
yeah,
plant.
I'm
You an industry plant.
nah. I just started doing the live, so bear with all my peoples right here. You know what I'm saying? They get a little crazy sometimes.
Um, I know. Well, let's talk about heavyweights, and then let's talk about heavyweights.
Talk to me. I mean, what do you think about Jared Anderson?
I think that he's good. I don't. I don't know. Why does he seem small to me?
He's only like
Like,
6'3", 6'4". The
yeah,
box rec, they be messing around with those numbers too.
he seems small to me compared to the bigger heavyweights.
Yeah, the
I
average
think
heavyweight's like 6'6" now.
why Tyson Fury fighting this UFC guy,
And then there's a rematch.
and then Usyk got stopped, but decided that
Yo,
they decided.
so peep game, right? Like you have to look at the camera view of those things, right? So if you're looking at a camera view that's dead on, it's hitting the belt straight up. If you get a close up to the side, you'll see that it hits the cup. Then because remember you're going uppercut, you're coming down up. So you hitting some shit, and then you're bringing it up. So
Pause.
because pause super, but like in the same time, when it fully lands, you see the compression of the shorts dig in. So you automatically see, oh, that's where the bullseye is. Nah, it's where you first get clipped. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I, I nah. You tried.
it is what it is. I just
But
I just looked at 2 camera views. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think that he definitely flopped a little bit there. That's a good question. Mario Barrios
Ugas,
and Josh Taylor.
I don't know how the hell Josh Taylor is ranked number 3 as a welterweight right now.
Privilege.
Superly. Um, but he took Fight Hype's whole email list. What you talk about? People be saying everything, bro. For real. Shit. Um, my man, you froze. You froze. Shout out to all the lives. Make sure you guys smash the like button. We should have been already at 30 likes. Stop playing me, man. Taylor overrated. I got Barrios over Ugas. Okay. I don't mind that. Yo, you froze, Kyrone. Come in and out, if anything, if you could hear me. Um, yeah, man. What we got here? He needs his list. Shit. What you mean? I need to get more interviews. I'm trying to get this cake. What's going on? Exactly. That boy quit, man. It did look like it. It did look like it, but it don't help how Dubois finished it. In reality, they both quit. If you want to be real. One got quit with a jab. Felt the Usyk jab and was like, nah, I'm good. Finished at 140. Man, shorts was past his navel, possibly. Yeah. But yo, if you guys ever been hit like in the junk or anywhere above the nut line, pause. Yo, the vibration will just mess you up completely. You know what I'm saying? I got Barrios over Ugas. That's a tough task for Barrios. I gotta see Barrios with a real welterweight. You know what I'm saying? I did see him with Keith Thurman, but he didn't look good in that fight. He lost almost every round. Um, Dubois, soft, this and that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be getting off this right here if I don't get 30 likes. If I don't get 30 likes in 2 minutes, I'm getting off this right away, and I'm jumping right into Instagram. Because I got Coach Kenny that wants to do an interview with me next. So smash the like button if you like what we're doing here. Shout out to the 29 people on the live. Um, what's going on, brother Murd? What's goody? What's goody? Shout out to everybody on the live. I need 30 on them. That's 28. 28. You got 1 more minute until we get 30, or I'm out of here. Straight up, I'm out of here. I salute everyone that's been on here though, for chopping it up with me and stuff like that. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? We stuck at 29, 10. Oh, 1 more minute's passing. We need to hit 30. Oh, you guys are lucky. Hold on 1 second. Let me hit up. What we talking about next? Shout out to my man Kyrone Davis. For the people that didn't know who Kyrone Davis is, I've been chopping it up with him for over like a year now. He is that dude, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody gets the easy route out in boxing, you know what I'm saying? Some people have the worst luck, period, you know what I'm saying? And they got to prove themselves. So he's one of the ones, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bring Kenny over. The thing about with Kenny, right? I love my guy, but he can't get into his Google account. And because he can't get into his Google account, he can't do YouTube live. And that messes me up because then I can only do Instagram live with him. And I want him to chop it up with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you guys are with it. You know what I'm saying? Anything boxing is good to talk about. Absolutely. Shout out to the people on the live, man, chopping it up with me today. Um, make sure you guys smash the like button before we leave. Man, I love boxing. I appreciate you, bro. I've been seeing you supporting Coda. I appreciate you guys. Everyone on the live, One Deep Boxing Champion. All y'all, you know what I'm saying? You guys keep me alive. Andrew Cass, let's talk Shakur versus Martin. We did a lot of talking about that. And I ain't gonna hold you. once Martin told me that once he gets his money right, situation right, it's over. He's gonna be good, and we're gonna be able to announce this fight to see if it's gonna be in November or December, and it better be in New York City so I can pull up, because I ain't going to Vegas. I ain't going to Vegas. Shout out to everybody on the live, though. You know what I'm saying? I think that's going to be a good fight until it lasts. I don't want to talk too much shit because my man, Martin going to be looking at this and he'll be like, damn, man, I know you're going for Shakur. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. It's just like skills pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? And but you got a punch chance. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's good, bro? The coach Stafford. Yeah, man. It is what it is. But yo, guys, I gotta be out. I'm gonna be doing my interview with Coach Kenny. Let me know in the comment box what you guys want to hear. A good question that I can ask Coach Kenny. I'll stay here to ask a question for Coach Kenny. I'm gonna see if I can get him on here though. I'm gonna see if I want to, because I hate doing this Instagram live shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm over it already. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely over it. But shout out to everybody on the live once again. How many rounds you think Frank can win? It's tough. I think if he gives it his all and puts and he got a he got a muscle Shakur. But the thing about it, how many rounds can you do that? And you're gonna have to take punches while you do it. So I think um I give Frank Martin a good 2 to 3 rounds. You know what I'm saying? If that. Drop your IG. My IG is the same thing as it's Mill City Boxing Podcast. So it's here. I'm gonna drop it right here, guys. So you guys could tap in on my Instagram so we could see this, and then I'll be posting it afterwards. So it's Mill City Boxing. What we got here? Mill City Boxing Podcast. That's the whole thing, not just the red, but the whole thing. That's my Instagram. So make sure you guys follow me on that. Also, it's Mill City Boxing on Twitter or X, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna be chopping it up with my guy, Coach Kenny Ellis. We gotta talk about some shit. We need to talk about some shit, man. And then I got Coach Calvin tomorrow. So, we're gonna get all these fights lined up. And then at the same time, Molly and versus Tang, that's the doneness. But I put a post on that as well. Much love to everybody on the live. Salute, salute. God bless, and on to the next.